Всем привет! Сегодня мы продолжаем играть в игру Noire, детектив. Так, продолжаем расследование.
Roy, we're in a hurry. You know the way. You can drive.
Так, погнали.
Officers need help at 1384 North Bronson. 1384 North Bronson. Shots fired. Any units to handle identify. Code 3.
Так, стрельба по автобусу. Нифига себе. Вот у них бардак. И это типа Америка. Да. Пипец. И как мне подняться? Черт. Жестко. Даже выглянуть нельзя. Может, с другой стороны можно обойти. Глядим. А, вон как. Тогда можно. Окей.
LAPD, drop the gun now.
Где он стреляет, не понимаю.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Может, я не на ту крышу поднялся. Указатель где-то тут.
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
Ага, готово. Наконец-то я его засек. Так, обыскать тело снайпера. Так, окей. Сейчас посмотрим. ничего. Так. Маршрут 217. Голливуд и Сансет. Между 12 и 2 дня. Новая улика. Записная
Phone
книжка
number and
снайпера.
restaurant table.
Все, что ли? Так, что еще у нас? Вот тут мы уже смотрели. Ничего нету, что ли? Ну-ка еще раз. Ну да, ничего. Ну все. Так, давай ружье посмотрим.
It's one of the BARs.
Так, что тут у нас? Типа патроны, походу. Так, ну все.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and start treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
Так, знание об ограблении Кулиджа.
Did you hear anything about the big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
Интересно, врет? Нет. Давай под сомнение поставим.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Так, значит правильно. Так, причина стрельбы.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
Ну, давай истина.
So you're telling me this was random?
They could want someone else on the bus. They could like using buses for target practice, man. How the hell would I know?
We'll be in
Нет,
touch.
неправильно.
You heard that Jack is in LA?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Pretty cool
Так,
customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
так, давай позвоним, раз у нас телефон загорелся.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Just a second. Jack Kelso, apartment 4, 1408 North El Centro Avenue, Hollywood.
Thanks, man.
Окей. Так, новая задача у нас. Так, пошли в машину.
You can drive.
Where are we going?
Так, давай-ка в квартиру Келса съездим.
Hey, I think I see a body.
Jack was a company sergeant. He would never get involved in something like this.
We brace him and drag him downtown.
It won't work. He's a tough customer.
Так.
Hello, Jack. This is Detective Roy Earl.
Hello, Cole.
We would like a word.
Would you like to come inside?
Actually, we'd prefer if you'd come downtown with us. Do you mind?
Do I have any choice?
No, you don't.
Are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It would be better for all of us if we discussed it at the station.
Bad move, Cole.
How have you been, Jack?
Cut the crap. You pick me up in front of my apartment like a common criminal and then expect small talk? Fuck you.
Козел, не хочет говорить. Так, партия морфина из армейских запасов.
Do you know that there's a gang war going on in LA trying to recover that stolen morphine?
That has nothing to do with me.
Давай под сомнение.
I'm sure it would be gripping to hear more of your life story, boys, but the truth is, I don't give a fuck. You were on the boat, Kelso. What happened?
Do you really think a bunch of Marines could muscle in on the dope rackets in this town? Between the Vice Squad and the mob, I hear it's pretty sewn up.
You better watch your mouth.
Так, окей, значит правильно.
Did you know that Eddie McGoldrick recently came into money and bought a nightclub?
No, I didn't know that.
Тут вроде бы он не врет.
Then you didn't know that some mobsters blew his brains out last night?
No, I didn't.
Да, правильно. Оружие украденное с
You heard that
Кулриджа.
a crate of VARs went missing?
No, I didn't.
Давай под сомнение поставлю.
You wouldn't know why Eddie McGoldrick had 3 of them.
The goddamn fool.
Нет, ограбление Кулриджа.
What do you know about the Army surplus robbery from the Coolidge, Jack?
What I know is that on 3 separate occasions, you would have been dead if it weren't for me. I don't know anything about the robbery.
Так, врет или нет? Давай под сомнение поставлю.
People are dying because morphine intended to help servicemen is being used on the street. Now we have guys from our old unit being killed by mobsters. We can put 2 and 2 together, Jack.
Gratitude isn't a concept that has much effect on you, is it, Cole?
Answer the question, Jack. Let's get this over with.
I was interviewed when the robbery took place. I don't have anything further to add.
Jack, we just want information.
Bullshit, Cole. Did you seriously believe that dragging me down here would get me to give up my own guys? You call yourself a Marine?
Значит
Trying to
правильно,
make a
я
name for yourself
подозревал.
with this shitheel? Look at this chump with his $200 suit and $2,000 car.
The tough guy act is really impressive. I like you, Jack. I'd like to make you for this. I really would. I'm gonna be working on it and keeping an eye on you. You can go now.
Shooting, Robert Steiner, 6780 West Sunset Boulevard. The victim is a Chris Majowski.
Another name from the manifest?
Блин, да сколько там перестрелок. Это же вообще жесть.
How many more friends of yours are gonna get plugged?
Так, давай-ка на закусочную едем на перестрелку.
Talk about tension.
That was like being trapped in an elevator with a married couple who can't decide whether they love each other or hate each other.
We go back a long way.
You went too easy on him. Next time, you leave it to me. I know how to handle that smug son of a bitch.
You don't. Jack will never give up his own men.
They just walked up and shot the man. Two of them officers, they went that way.
Go on, get after him.
Какие дерзкие преступники, пипец.
I can't take a shot from here, Cole. Getting close. Steer him off the tar. I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
Себя он водит, так как я.
Open fire!
Ну, очень гада.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Ждем маленько. Сейчас восстановится. Так. Да, как у них тут людей направо и налево мучат. Так, что тут у них? Все, что ничего не показал, жалко. Так, а тут у нас... Ну-ка поглядим. Ничего полезного. Так. Тоже ничего. Так. Ну ладно, давай бумажник смотреть. Так, у Микки встреча в 9 часов. У Ньюсфирс Шелдон, 25 лет. Рост 5 футов, 10, да, темные волосы.
Cohen is meeting with Sheldon tonight.
Так. Бумажник где? Ага. Почтовое управление Лос-Анджелес. Имена пассажиров полностью. Так, дальше имена перечисляются. Новая улика.
LAPD file. We have a traitor in our midst. All of the names on the list have a hit team assigned to them.
Да, тут прям банда. все.
We need to get to those guys fast, otherwise there'll be no case.
Так, что это у нас за газетка? Скандал в отделении нравов.
We have to look at damage limitation. We can't allow that strumpet Brenda Allen to bring down the whole administration.
We've got to put a lid on the press. Can't someone talk to Harry over at the Times?
It's too late. The Times would look ridiculous if we dropped the story now.
Who is this Stoker?
Stoker's a lily-white. Nothing that will fix this in the short term.
My law and order credentials are disappearing as we speak.
Can we get Brenda to leave town?
Yes, we can, but she won't go quietly. Brenda has extensive records.
Can she at least lay low?
That's already been taken care of.
Mayor? District Attorney?
Who is this guy? And what does he want, Horrell?
Name's Roy Earl, detective, administrative vice.
Aren't you one of the clowns that got us into this mess?
Oh, I think that the orders regarding Brenda come down, not up, Mayor. I have a human interest story. It involves a certain LAPD cop, a hero from the war, who has let his beautiful wife and kids down, who has betrayed America for a German junkie whore, who has abandoned his pledge to the LAPD and his commitment to the public we all serve. Could be all over the papers by tomorrow, and you would be off the hook.
So what do you want in return, Roy? Fingering a fellow officer?
Непонятно, кого он предал. Коула? Или своего напарника прошлого. Так, посмотрим еще один труп. Что, не будет его смотреть? Это все походу. Ну ладно, погнали. Может еще машину посмотреть. То есть она так открыта. Нет. Нифига, походу. Жалко. Ну все, тогда погнали отсюда. Так.
Can you drive to this one?
All right, where to?
Поехали в полицию.
They're taking out all the guys from the ship.
Why? How does that get them the dope?
They obviously don't know who has the morphine, and they're waiting for someone to crack.
Don't you miss the patter of...
I think we bust in there and find the goddamn.
Так, что нам здесь надо сделать? Дай-ка поглядим. Так, какие у нас задачи? Смотреть китайский театр, смотреть голливудское почтовое отделение. Зачем в полицию надо было прибывать? Так. Ну, походим.
Get a move on, Roy. Hoo-ah.
All right, all right.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one.
Может, наверх кому-то сходить надо. Ну-ка.
This guy is willing to rat his own mother after I sweated him.
Get to it, detective.
Нафига в полицию надо было поехать-то? Не помню уже. Так.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Так, что-то у нас пищит что-то. Улика.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war.
What now?
The post office, Cole, and be quick about it.
Почтовое отделение. Ну, поехали в почтовое отделение. Эх, ладно, так.
Drunk, I'll bet. Or doped up.
Roy, we're in a hurry.
Keep your
You
shirt
drive.
on. Here I
I
come.
need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we
Поехали
headed?
в почтовое отделение, раз он так просит.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Блин, тут перестрел. Это вообще жесть. Сколько можно уже?
They're giving ground. Move up. We gotta tag the rest of them.
Give me some goddamn cover.
Throw out the guns.
Валим, быстрее сейчас. Так,
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
ну все окей.
Stay down.
Готово. Так. Так, что у нас тут? А, он еще живой. Я уж привык, что он труп посматриваю.
Tell Courtney. Bad luck.
Я думал, покойник заговорил.
It was worth a try.
Ну что ты? Не хочет руку смотреть. А нет, уже покойник, походу. Так. Компания Белый Медведь, Лени Финкестейн, директор.
Polar
Визитная
Bear Ice
карточка.
Company. Really did it. Wonder whether it was worth it.
Most people never get the chance to be rich. Wouldn't you risk it?
Че, все что ли? Бумажник посмотреть. Ну, все получается. Так, что-то у нас еще есть. Что, остальные трупы не будем смотреть? Походу нет. Все, погнали отсюда. Че, он выходить не хочет? А, вон еще труп. Нет, вроде его мы уже видели. А нет, не видели, у того визитка была в руках. Так. Встреча с Коэном и Шелдоном этим вечером.
Looks like Sheldon is bringing his own fire team with him.
Juski, Beckett, Goldrick, Driscoll, these are good guys.
Ну все, теперь погнали.
Up in this thing.
Not everyone has your unwavering restraint in the face of temptation, Cole.
Так, куда нам дальше?
Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
Поехали в китайский театр.
This isn't looking good. I feel like the fat kid at the back of a race.
You sure it's Cohen making the hits?
All fingers point his way. Your buddies are in way over their heads. Being a Marine doesn't mean shit out here.
Бандюки, офигеть. Это жесть.
Getting close and steer him off the tar.
Грудами ехали. Так неудобно преследовать. Так.
Getting close and steer him off the tar.
Опять упустил. Зараза. Еще нормально ехать не могу по дороге. Дело провально, подозреваемые скрылись. Блин. Так, китайский театр.
Getting close and steer him off the tar.
чуть-чуть упустил. Чуток. Да нет, пока не буду пропускать. Я думаю, нагоню их. Тебя надо было, наверное, пропустить, чтобы не заморачиваться.
Getting close and steer him off the tar.
А, вот почему туда заезжать надо было, там не проехать. Запаяли огородами ездить. Так же неудобно догонять. Едьте по трассе.
Step on it, huh? Just give me a little closer. Hit it. Clear this asshole off the road. Let's see how fast he runs on bare rims.
Как они так въехали нормально, а я нет. Как он предлагает что-то уезжать? Все, они походу остановились, сейчас их можно нагнать. Я уже думал, все провалил.
I'm waiting, Roy. On my way. LAPD, put your hands in the air.
Все, готовы. Блин, сколько трупов за это, это офигеть. Вот и наша машина целая. Так, куда мы дальше едем?
You can drive. All right, where to?
Так, поехали на место встречи.
Don't need this?
Light them up.
All right, let's kill these rat bastards.
Что все такие нервничают, что так стрелять?
On the roof, Cole, nail him. Keep moving, I'll cover you.
Find some cover.
Clear me some space here.
Если бы у нас так полиция работала, подозреваемые пули и все.
You're clear. Go.
Так, все,
I'm
готово.
gonna put out an APB on every one of the sons of bitches on that
APBL to Car 11K. Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Hey, Courtney Sheldon is at Hollywood Station requesting an interview with Detective Cole Phelps.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's not correct protocol, 11K. I'll take that as a roger.
Car 11 King en route.
You know the way. We can drive.
Едем в голливудское
Where are we going?
отделение. Да, сколько у них трупов за день, это вообще пипец.
Roy, in my office, if you please.
I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But, Cap.
No buts. This is more important.
Так, ну пойдем допросим.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
В какой допросной он находится?
Playing at being boys.
Так, ага, вот походу.
Sheldon, is this your attorney?
No, detective. This is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
You stole the morphine from the Coolidge.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation.
Так, убивают солдат 6-го полка морской пехоты.
I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but that's difficult, considering they're all dead. It leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
Что-то мутит.
You're training to be a doctor, Courtney. How do you justify all of these deaths? You're supposed to want to save people.
Before you get on your high horse, I saved my fair share in Peleliu and Okinawa. My conscience is clear. How do you sleep at night?
Так, неправильный вопрос. Ограбление.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
Ну, это же под сомнение.
So Eddie McGoldrick took his cut and bought the 111 Club.
I don't know what Eddie is, but
Have you finished, detective?
I'm just getting started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Is there anyone you're not prepared to sacrifice?
Jack is not in this. He's a good guy.
You or Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
What are you offering, Cole?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
You heard the man, Phelps. Upstairs and face the music like the hero you wear.
Нифига себе, его отстранили.
You certainly had us fooled, Detective. Phelps, you're one of my favorite sons. You've broken this old man's heart.
Sir, what is going on here?
You're suspended, Phelps. Hand over your badge and gun.
Don't keep him waiting.
What is going on here?
Your wife's attorney has pictures of you and the German. Compromising pictures.
А,
She's
значит,
pressing
все-таки его
charges.
подставили.
You'll be formally charged with adultery. A criminal cannot serve as an LAPD officer, as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't understand.
How could you do it, lad? Your wife, your children, consorting with the enemy and a dope fiend at that. You're lucky the war is over. You'd be taken out and shot.
The department doesn't need this kind of publicity, Phelps. Hand over the gun, keep your head down until your board hearing. I forbid you to make any comments to the press. What the hell were you thinking?
Это его напарник поставил, козел. И пец, и жена от него ушла, да. Бывает такое.
Marie, listen, Marie, I need to explain.
Please leave. You're upsetting the girls.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my daughters.
Go to her, Cole. You have done enough damage here. Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie, can't we at least talk?
What is there to talk about? Do you love her? Do you? What were you thinking? What about our children? Can you imagine what this has been like for them? Go away, Cole. My father has hired an attorney and you will be hearing from him.
I'd like to explain, Marie. I'd like to tell you what I've been going through.
What you've been going through. I have had reporters camped out on the front lawn all morning. I can't stand it, Cole.
Истеричка тупая. Напугал. Странно, эти американцы против немцев вообще не воевали. Отчет по делу. На 14 из 15. Нанесенный ущерб. Дело закрыто. Похвально. Понижение. Отдел расследования поджогов. Ну все, его выгнали. Погнали дальше. Так, газовщик.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, Detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I'd sweated him.
Еще, походу, реально изменял. Я думал, это его клеветали.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
That's the one. About a week ago, this guy murdered his wife and dumped the body. And that's the cop who put him away.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
Need a drink.
Да,
I got the jitters
чё.
again.
Такая стрёмная машина, пипец.
You're behind the wheel.
Так, пожалуйста,
So where do you
в
wanna
доме
go?
Стефенсонов. Окей, погнали.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? We'll look somewhere else.
Так, пожар в доме Стефенсона. Где туда? Нифига себе, ничего дома не осталось. Да.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins. Terry Lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Dirty cop from the newspaper.
Поговорить со Стефенсоном.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
Туристическое агентство Гулливер его пункт назначения остров Каталина. Так, окей.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Так, розыгрыш
Can you
поездок.
tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Так. Ну, вроде истина.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
Так, фонд развития
The
пригородов.
redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Давай-ка сомнения.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price, My house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
Так, давай-ка позвоним. Что там надо выяснить нам?
I was walking down the street and that heel sent me flying.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thank you.
Так, у нас новый адрес, окей. Ладно, погнали. Нам там еще обыскать надо. Давай здесь посмотрим еще.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
Так, это что у нас? Фигня. Странно, что не сгорело.
Junk.
Так, это мы уже видели. Так. Что, он дальше не может перепрыгнуть? Походу нет.
He's the dirty cop from the newspapers.
Ступеньки остались, как-то странно, он сгорел. Выборочно. Так. Инстахи Лос-Анджелес. Журнал обслуживания. Дата исполнителя. Подпись.
Remember the dead lady they found under the train? Solved the case. Booked some barflies was murdered.
Мэтью Райман, Мэтью Райан.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Видимо, это подозреваемый. Ну все вроде бы. Вот здесь все смотрели. Так, какие у нас задачи, дай-ка глянем. Посетить фонд развития, посетить Гулливерс Тревел, посмотреть дом Сойеров. Ну, погнали дальше. Чего он не может сесть? Может, мы здесь еще не со всеми поговорили?
No offense, Phelps, but it won't do anything for my career, wasting time with a dirty cop.
I hate what's happened to these people as much as you do, but it's a police matter now.
Ага, вот еще с ним, наверное, поговорить надо.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
Look, I know you're trying to help, but I need to look after my own now.
Son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed the gun at me.
Ну, все вроде бы. Здесь все просмотрено. Почти. Что это у нас пищит? А, ну этот мы уже видели. Так, ну, погнали. Надеюсь, сейчас напарник сможет сесть. Так, пожар в доме Сойеров.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Так, вот еще один пожар, пипец.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater explosion.
Another one?
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Так, ну давай поглядим. Тут все погибли.
Val. You gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater.
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Так, ну давай посмотрим, что там у нас.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
И все, что ли? Я думал, он их осмотрит или еще что-то типа того. К каталке можем подойти, ну-ка. Нет, вот, ну пойдем тогда в дом. Снова книжка какая-то. Видели. Тоже видели. Смотреть-то нечего. Так. будка. Ну да. И смотрим возле дома, надо тоже водонагреватель найти. Что-то ничего не нашел. Так, это у нас что? Ага, вот.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor, Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Ну-ка, поймаем, поймаем. Маньяк-фетишист.
Stop! LAPD! We got an ID on this firebug. Stop right there!
Наконец-то его поймал. Какой шустрый. Так.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Ну, сигарета обычная, и все.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Так. Я не хочу, пусть сам садится.
You know the way. You can drive.
Поехали в то агентство.
Where to?
I want to see. Excuse me, officer, I want to see.
On the reverse side, the steamship Ratnik waits at Montreal to repeat.
Агентство Гулливерс Тревел, 9:30, 9:34 утра. Так.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them.
They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Так. Вот это где там Сойер?
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
Ну, все вроде бы чище надо. Подожди-ка. Сойер. Может, надо всех посмотреть? Ты должен туда поехать.
Here they are. Stephens.
И Стефенсона. Ну все. Так,
Tell us
фонд
about the
развития.
Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
Да, вроде не верят.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
Все правильно. Рекламный розыгрыш поездок.
I'm told the
Окей.
tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
Что-то как-то сомнение вызывает.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Мутно,
Thanks for your
как-то
help.
мутно.
No problem. Just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in.
50? Are you
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah,
Как
I'm
они
great.
его кинули,
Poorer,
пипец.
but great.
You drive. I need to go over the
Так,
case
поехали
notes.
в фонд развития.
Fine. Where are we headed? Let me guess. You want to check out the Suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
Так, стройплощадка Лизман Филдс.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the Suburban Redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Так, какие у нас задачи? Ну-ка. Посетить пожарное депо. Посетить фонд развития. Что?
Sorry, gotta go. While I'm here, my workers are probably putting their feet up and talking shit.
Лизман Филдс и ушел нот. Адрес стройплощадка. Получатель Фрек Остерман. Так. Неправильно оформленные
So
заявки.
Elysian
Фигня
Fields
какая-то.
builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Может, еще что есть? Нет, ничего полезного. Так. Ну все, походу, нам отсюда валить тогда надо. Что-то как-то не густо.
Can you drive to this one?
Пожарное
Where
депо.
exactly are we going? Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Так, ну сейчас узнаем.
We came as soon as we could.
I used to be indecisive.
Lynch.
Now I'm not so sure.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Instant Heal, Лос-Анджелес, Калифорния. Исполнитель. Обслуживание, дата. Реджинальд Варли, Эрнеста Сотто, Реджинальд Варли. Значит, видимо, этого Реджинальда надо найти. В основном один обслуживал.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Нет, конечно. Сейчас буду тыкаться. А, я у них...
Good, your regulator's in position.
Видимо, надо местами поменять. Подожди-ка. Подожди, положи на место.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
Забавно.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Ну все, погнали дальше.
You drive. I need to go over the
Так,
case notes.
зовут Инстахит.
All right. Where to?
Here's what I heard. That cop caught the guy that did the value. They covered it up.
Show? The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
The guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Завод Инстахит. 2.36 день. Ну, погнали, погнали. Так.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Ну, фигурант дела Иван
The main
Расич.
reason Santa's so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live. You wait. 5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by robots.
Это что ли?
That's him, the dirty cop. I hope his wife takes him for all he's worth.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in the case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
You got a problem, pal?
Так.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Понятно, из-за этого утечка газа
So you're
идет.
telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
Давай, истина.
How many guys who know how to make that change?
All you need is a screwdriver and a wrench. Anybody could pull it apart and put it back.
Так,
Are these
собрал.
diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Давай сомнения.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then.
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
Wish I could afford that.
Анжелес, Калифорния, монтажники.
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Так, а где у него телефон-то?
Hey! Fuck you! swear this town is going straight to hell.
А, вот он.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now. You got a problem, pal?
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Досье Варли, досье Райни, досье
Your
Клеменса.
employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
По-любому, походу, это Варли был.
Here.
Последний, кто вел.
Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
You played the saxophone. Oh, and boy, you get me going.
Закон и власть. Эссе анархиста. Да. Общество анархистов Лос-Анджелеса, пипец.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Так, ну всякая чушь. Даже зачитывать не буду. Бла-бла-бла. Так, давай быстрее читай. Все.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
Так, это мы уже видели. Что такое один шкафчик? Еще же должно быть. Мультилайн. Тут тоже. Что у них за фигня? Закон и власть. Эссе анархиста. Прям вагоны этой херни.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Тут все то же самое написано. Сейчас он быстренько почитает и дальше пойду. Кого-то кто-то их специально подкинул.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Так.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Ну, все. Вали. Так, вот этот, я думаю, подозреваемый. Препарат Москил выстреливает мух.
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
He plays the saxophone.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Racek?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Начнем с Варли, стопудово. Так. Опять поджог новый делает.
You're behind the wheel.
Погнали.
So where do you want to go?
К Варли.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Так, рабочий объект Варли, 6:35.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Погнали, погнали, валить маньяка.
Come on, Varley.
Может и не он.
Running forever.
Давай, давай, беги быстрее, беги. Убегай, гад, убегай же. Ну вот, блин. Меня трактора. Так, ладно. Сейчас снова попробуем.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Беги за ним, беги.
Come on, Varley. You can't keep running forever.
Догоняй, Рикардо, догоняй.
Slow down. You run all the way from Michigan, Reginald?
Успел. Давай, давай. Все, поймал. Не знаю, он не он был поджигателем.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest at the scene.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Так.
You know the way. You can drive.
Bye.
Так, поехали дальше. Рабочий объект Клеменса.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
Так, связь Варли.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Да, по-любому врет.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Так, работа в Instaheat.
You're licensed and work for Instaheat?
I contract for them. So what?
На мое тоже сомнение.
Instaheat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Фига себе.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
Давай сомнения. Это
His
подозрительно.
locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Okay, so I know Ryan.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Так, что там у нас дальше?
You can drive.
Рабочий
And where
объект
exactly
Райна.
are we going?
Сейчас бабах. А, нет.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, Arson Squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Son of a bitch.
Сейчас будет погоня.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move it! I'll take out the van.
С каким-нибудь по таким улочкам кататься. Самое фиговое.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody.
Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer. Lay into his wheel well, come on. I'll go for the tires. That ought to slow the son of a bitch
Давай,
down.
пущу его.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
Jesus, what is he doing?
Tramp! Oh, Jesus!
Нифига себе его машина сбила.
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Неужто этот поджигатель? Того нам надо двоих допросить.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I
You
think it's one
drive.
of the other 2
I need
guys.
to go over the case notes.
Let's get to the
Поехали в
station and close
отделение.
this case.
Иушевское отделение полиции, 7:30 вечера.
Canary says he'll sing, but I guarantee he'll walk.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence. Here's what I heard. That cop caught the guy that did the dahlia.
Ну, давай посмотрим, кто это у нас.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Так, кто это у нас? Мэтью Райн, газовщик. Так, инстахит. Ну-ка.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Так, сомнения.
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I could do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
Так, фонд развития
What can you tell
пригородов.
me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Тоже сомнения.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Правильно. Анархическая литература.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Не, он не убийца.
So InstaHeat is to blame for all of your problems.
I didn't say that.
Так, обвинение в покушении на
You have
убийство.
a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Ложь.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Так, водонагреватель, регулятор давления, список монтажников. Нет у нас, да.
You don't ask, you never find out.
Так, давай-ка сомнения.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Так, пойдем дальше.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
You think talking's cheap? Try hiring a lawyer. You got a stakeout down on
Так,
second
еще
later
один
tonight.
вопрос, где у нас?
I saved the whole year for that car.
I know you made it.
Все
I don't
правильно.
care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Что это подозреваемый у нас?
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Так, работа в доме Сойеров.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Вперед.
Varley, I can hand you over for extradition now, or you can give me something. What's it gonna be?
I'm giving it to you straight. I've told you all I know.
Так, фонд развития
Word is,
пригородов.
you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
Вперед, вперед, вперед.
Last chance, Varley. You're already a wanted man. It won't be hard to hang a double arson on top of your murder beef.
Hey, I shot a loan shark who was squeezing my brother for the vig.
That's why you ran?
I ran because the guys who ran that racket will kill me.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Сомнения.
Give me something, Varley, or I'll put it all on you.
Hey, look, I could try to pin this on one of the other guys, but I'd just be making something up.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Если что, заново будут допрашивать.
I'm praying that those prints come through.
Похоже, заново.
I have two suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell. That's him. That's the cop. He tried to poke me in the nose.
They weren't even his prints and he still confessed.
You don't see that every day.
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap.
Ну, давай с него начнем.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Так,
Have
работа
you
в
ever
доме
worked on a
Сойеров.
place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me.
Ложь.
I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Да нагревать либо обслужен Варли.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Так, фонд развития пригородов.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
Ложь.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Так, список монтажников. Показания Уолтера Клеменса. Так, что у нас есть? Газовщик Клим сказал, предлагал ему взятку. Давай тогда это.
Clemens says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. I'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
Вот врушка. Так, инстахит.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Instaheat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Так, давай-ка противомоскитные спирали поставим.
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on! Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
Давай предъявим ему обвинение.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
Не знаю, правильно, нет, конечно.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Получается, дело провалено. 14-16. Правильный вопрос 9 из 12. Дело закрыто. Заурядно. Двоечка. Для дела о 4 убийствах обвинение против Варли выглядит весьма шатким. Так, что у нас дальше?
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd. We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Так, прогулка по Елисейским полям.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Coroner says it's gonna take at least a week to get an ID.
I know that face. That's the guy who busted all those Negro drug pushers last week, isn't it? I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Beat her up so bad. When I found him, he turned
Что за убийцы непонятные?
There he is.
Туда.
The cop in the papers. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Can you drive to this one?
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Ну что ты нам скажешь?
I hope you have strong stomachs. Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Так, и вправду зачем переносить?
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
Да, жуткая картина.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Что, все, что ли? Больше ничего? Перед ним походим. Тут у нас музыка пищит, значит, улика.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Shake a leg, Herschel.
There it is. You do your job, I'll do mine.
Не хочет идти.
Seems irrelevant.
Как все сгорело, пипец. Пиперище. Так.
Doesn't look like anything.
Ну да, обычный хлам.
Herschel, let's roll.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
Ну все, можно на выход, больше здесь ничего интересного нету.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
Какой дядя
You remember the
жесткий.
list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
Cops.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Так, поговорить с соседом. Ну, давай, давай.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Показания о пожаре в доме
Did you see
Морели.
or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Какой-то сомнительный.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Так,
You said
снос
someone is
домов.
knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Чё так напрягается? Ну-ка.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Фига он против него взъелся. Так, розыгрыш поездок.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Давай тоже сомнение.
I need more, Mr. Foreman. Tell me what you know about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
I know nothing about it. I've never heard of them.
Ну ладно, нормально.
Wrinkled was not one of the things I wanted to be when I grew up.
Все, наверное, можно ехать. Где наш напарник?
One undone. I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Может, с соседями этими поговорить. Ну-ка. Что он тут ходит? Так, какие у нас задачи? Поговорить с соседом. Я поговорил.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Может, еще кого из соседей надо спросить? Нет, тут у нас закрыто.
What a skunk. Walking out on his wife like that?
Нет, это все походу. Может, еще с боковыми. Пипец, как его сбило. Ух, не погиб. Я думал, погиб. Так, а к этим мы тоже не можем ворваться. Так, тут у нас вообще
I got
пустые.
friends who work at the Examiner. About $50 for an exclusive.
Тогда все
All
походу.
these cops. It's gotta be something big, right?
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
Why is the word abbreviation so long?
Куда он там ходит-то? Может, еще к соседу сходить? Ну-ка. Здесь что-нибудь смотреть. Так. Ага, вот еще улики пропустил. Ну-ка. Инстахит. Журнал, дата, исполнитель, подвиг. Тоже в Вали. Мы его и так засадили.
Looks like the same model.
There it is.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Да, жестко, жестко. Интересно, в ДЦ нельзя залезть? Ну-ка глянем. Где там наш напарник выйдет? Так, задачи у нас не поменялись. Поговорить с соседом, расследовать пожар в жилом доме.
Herschel, come on.
You do your job, I'll do mine. You do your job, I'll do mine.
Уж сейчас к нему сбегать. Он пытается с этим соседом поговорить. Никого нету. Пойду еще в дом, что ли, войду. С соседом они больше нельзя поговорить.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's about all I've got to say about it.
Блин, и его дом заделал. Нифига себе взрыв был, конечно. Жестко, жестко. Какая улика есть. Что мигает так? Ага, блин, следы.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere. Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Может, у соседа спросить, все-таки рядом с ним. Так, подозрительная
Did you
деятельность.
see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Давай сомнения.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Вы за Новую Калифорнию.
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
ваш дом уже сегодня. Звоните.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Ну все, теперь можно ехать. Ага, позвонить надо.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me. Cops. It's got to be something big, right?
I need an address for a property developer, Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
We'll need to check that.
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Why is the word abbreviation so long?
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
А мы так в нем находимся.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ничего, поехали.
Shame about Jep. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Come back here. You're not getting off that.
Black and blue. That's done it, Cole. We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
This is not befitting a GI.
Вот и все. Ой, научился драться.
Oh, you're going down, you piece of shit.
Все, лежи и не вставай. Какие буйные ребята, пипец.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Ну-ка, поглядим, что тут у нас. Что, полицейские не могли скрутить каких-то двух чувачков? Странно.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Да. Все разваливается.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Так, что тут у нас еще? Поглядим, давай-ка. сразу несколько домов сгорело. Надо остальные тоже, видимо, глянуть. Это мы уже все осмотрели. Да что там? Массовые поджоги были. Да, больше тут ничего, в принципе, нет. Ладно, поехали тогда.
Shake a leg, Herschel.
When I'm done.
У меня дела.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так, Elysian
So where do you
Fields.
want to go?
Broadcasting at 760 kilohertz. KTI Radio. American.
Elysian Fields. 5 часов утра. Нет, наверное, вечер все-таки.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office. Like a cigar. Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Анча. Красиво выглядит. Посмотрим, что у него там
We're
еще
investigating a
есть.
series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
Terrible, boys. How can I help?
Связь с Elysian и с поджогами.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Давай сомнения.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Розыгрыш поездок.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Чего-то как-то сомнительно.
2 families are dead, Mr. Monroe. This isn't a question of criminal liability. We're looking at conspiracy to commit murder.
Do you know who you're talking to, son? You want to use incendiary language like that with me? I suggest you should leave immediately.
Так, скупка участков.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Что-нибудь такое бесценное сомнение.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Так, пожар на ранчо Эскондидо.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Что-то слишком много пафоса.
Mr. Monroe, I can have every building inspector from the city and the county going over those buildings.
Son, you have me shaking in my boots.
Ah.
The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. You suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Кто там? Джозеф Бэдди, Паул Джонс, Херберт Михаил. Пол Джонс, Джозеф Брэдли, Гелби Чепмен.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Ну все, пойдем отсюда. Так, нужен телефон.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in the case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
That's the swine. Look at it.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks for your help.
Так. Значит, уже есть подозреваемый. Хорошо.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
No! Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. You'll get around to it.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Вот мудак, пипец. Квартира Эльзы, 8:45 утра.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11...
You can drive.
Так, квартира Чепмана. Погнали. Так, квартира Чепмана, 8:54 вечер. Вернее, утро.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Just some
Let's
kind of
take
problem.
a look at the car.
Может, нам дальше ехать? Ну-ка посмотрим задачи. Так. Продолжить расследование в квартире Чепмана. Какие квартиры-то толком непонятно. Нет, не там. Странно.
You're a real asshole, you know that?
Что-то другой ход найти надо.
He's the cop who arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those people went to jail. They think they're on
Может, машину обыскать.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Опять эта штука от москитов.
That's him. That's the cop. He tried to poke me in the nose.
А, нужно внимательнее еще изучить. Ну-ка.
I'll find someone who will.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Окей. Так, что у нас дальше? Пятьдесят патронов, бенитом прессинг, калибр 45. Так, ну окей, патроны.
Should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Так, тут у нас что? Опять эта листовка, мы за Новую Калифорнию. Мы купим ваш старый дом уже сегодня.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Далеко он все равно не свалит.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
I need to be closer, Phelps.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman.
Now it's not the time to play around.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Все, он вышел. Все, можно брать его. Черт, я хотел его живым взять. Придется расстрелять. Так. И заново ехать.
There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Задумался там.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here.
Раз погоня не удалась. Козел. Взял, вскрылся. Так, ну ладно, еще раз попробуем. Один раз мы его уже остановили, еще раз остановим.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units.
Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to help code 3 identify.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Ща повредим. Ближе подъедем.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here. Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Все, мы его
Looks like we have
прибили.
our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. It's hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Значит, это все равно была подстава.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Так.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Любопытная там интрига затевается. Так, отчет по делу. Найден улик 13-13, правильный вопрос 5 из 8. Ущерб городу $196. Дело это похвально. Примечание. Засудить Монро все равно не удастся, но более весомые улики могли бы привлечь его внимание. Так у меня не так нормальный улик был. Что не понравилось-то? Так. Ладно, на этом на сегодня закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем, кому нравится мое видео, подписывайтесь на мой канал. Всем пока.